Morning everyone, going to be unboxing a large job lot of Panini stickers again, this time from this collection, which is the Football 1983, Panini's Football 1983 collection. It's kind of one of their classic collections really. It was one of the only collections I think they did where the players were all in this kind of portrait mode. So you had a full, well, they're all in portrait mode, of course, but you had this kind of full body shot. As far as I'm aware, I think that's the only collection where that's ever been done. If anyone knows any different, let me know. But this was my original collection from the 1980s, from when I was about 6 years old. A few missing stickers there, aren't there? But did pretty well considering I was 6. And this is a subsequent empty album that I've bought to try and just get a new collection going. So anyway, I bought a job lot of stickers off of eBay, which is not an unusual thing for me to do. I don't have many currently loose stickers in this set, so I thought I'd go big this time. So I got these from a seller on eBay. There we go. They've come from Germany, of all places. Probably not all that unusual, I suppose. A lot of support, a lot of fans for British football out in Germany and the rest of Europe back in the day. Probably still is. So you can see there that I've paid 189 euros for 376 stickers, which was about 160 quid, and then there was a bit of postage on that, and I thought, well, on the face of it, that doesn't seem too bad. And then all the other charges just started mounting up. So eBay charged a conversion rate to go from euros into pounds. And then before it turned up, and there it is, before it turned up, there was an import charge. I'm guessing probably because the seller, I would imagine the seller declared that to be a value over, I think it's over 40 quid. So anyway, but, well, there we are. I still paid it. So let's open them up. There's 376 there. So I think based on what I've paid, that should work out around about 60 odd pence a sticker. So depending on what the quality is like, what we've got there, might be a few bargains. Let's have a look, see what we've got inside. Well, what have we got here? Happiness can be found in the smallest of things. Very pathetic words. And there we go. Well, first impressions, they don't look too bad, do they? I am going to kind of rush through these a little bit because there are so many here. But I think what we just want to do is get a general impression, just see what we've got here that might be of value, and see whether we think we've got our money's worth. So let's grab a bit of a handful there and just see. Initially, that is quite a handful as well, isn't it? So initial impression is mixed quality, I would say. I mean, let's just take a look at that for an example. That isn't great, is it? Looks like that's been, I mean, you might as well get rid of that. That's not worth anything. Looks like that's been set out in the sun. Dog-eared edges. So not overly impressed with some of that. Have we got some? See if we've got anything a bit better. So we've got a lot of the laws of the game here. What's backs like? Backs are not too bad. Kind of kind of fairly crisp around the edges, some of them, but they just feel a bit, I don't know, they just feel their age, I suppose. I mean, what are they, 40 years old? Let's whiz through these a bit quick. Let's see if we've got anything here that could be, I mean, there's a hell of a lot of stickers here. See what the badges are like. St Mirren. It's not in too bad condition, to be fair, for its age. I think if you're putting that on eBay, then you probably want in £3 or £4 quid each. I mean, it's been cut a bit weirdly, isn't it? It's quite, again, that one as well. It's cut really close to the top. I mean, the one thing this will do is, there's another one there that looks a bit sun bleached, sun bloomed. One thing this will do is it will certainly, it's certainly going to top up my, I mean, this will probably virtually, oh, there's Alex Ferguson there. This will probably, and again, disappointing, isn't it? You know, it's a bit creased, a bit dog-eared. Yeah, I don't know. Aberdeen badge. Similar thing. Yeah, look, this is just a chance you take, isn't it? When you buy these job lots, I think they're not in the worst. I've certainly seen worse. They're not in the worst condition in the world. They're all sort of acceptable. For me personally, that's just trying to get together a bit of a loose set, I'm okay with the majority of these. I don't think they're terrible. They just look like they've been kicking around in the back of someone's wardrobe, don't they, really? I mean, John Barnes, rookie John Barnes. I saw someone on eBay the other day with this very card trying to sell this for 275 quid. I mean, I don't know, is anyone paying that for that? I don't think it's worth that, is it? But it's probably one of the more valuable ones there. Graham Taylor there, the manager, Watford foil. So that's the first lot. Let's see what else is in there. There's actually more here than I just really realised. Ricardo Villa, there you go. FA Cup hero, FA Cup finalist hero. He's probably going to be worth something, isn't he? Goes to the Tottenham team. That's another one that just been, I don't know what's happened there. Looks like it's been scorched or burnt, same as that one. So I don't think there's much value there. Tottenham foil, right. Bit dog-eared. Not really cut very square. Again, as I've always said in these videos, I don't really care about the grading of them. I'm not really that interested in the what the PSA is, but they've got to be acceptable. I'd say some of these are pretty good. That's quite sharp, quite square, but some of them definitely bordering on Ali McCoist, rookie Ali McCoist. So again, probably another one there that's might be worth something. Sunderland team, Sunderland foil. They're all kind of acceptable, aren't they? I think let's whiz right through these now, because otherwise this video is just going to go on forever, and we don't want that. I mean, this, for all intents and purposes, is probably the majority of the collection, isn't it? 376. How many was in the collection? 500 odd, was it? Norman Whiteside, rookie Norman Whiteside. Steve Coppell there. Ray Wilkins. Some of these Manchester United ones are going to be worth Look at that. You kind of see what I mean. It's not the worst. It's not the best. Kind of somewhere in between. Just looks like they've been kicking around in someone's collection. Probably quite well loved. Got no issue with that really. Let's get out this final handful and see what we've got in here. David Pleat there. Luton Town again, yeah. Oh, so we've got some, I mean, there's Ian Rush. Again, you see these on here. That's not in the worst condition in the world. Although the back, a little bit of a mark there. But someone on eBay, they're going to ask you for, probably going to ask you for 10, 15 quid for that. Craig Johnson. I mean, all of these Liverpool players are kind of, there's Loro, having a moment. Phil Neal, Grobler. Yeah, Grobler one's a bit. I mean, the way these have been cut, I'm not overly disappointed with that, because I think that was just part and parcel of what used to happen back in the day. When these came out of the factory, it was rare you'd ever find them actually cut completely square. Everton big team, obviously, back in the day, in the 80s there. Kevin Sheedy. Got a number of those. Neville Southall, there's the foil, the Everton foil. Yeah. Oops, not too bad again. So let's quickly just whiz through the last of these. Aston Villa. And just lastly, Arsenal players there. David O'Leary. Irish World Cup winning hero, wasn't it? Oh, World Cup winning, what am I talking about? Scored a winning penalty is what I meant to say, against Romania back in the day, in the 90s. Number 11. Decent nick. And the Arsenal 4, oh, that is, that's poor, isn't it? Yeah. That's not great either. I don't know, would anyone give you anything for that? Maybe. I mean, the bulk of these are just from my personal collection, so I wouldn't choose that. If I was to buy that individually, I would not buy that in that condition, but in this job lot, so value-wise, what do we think? Paid around about €200 for the lot of them. I suppose if you said 65 pence a card for 65 pence a card each is what I paid approximately. I suppose if you would sell these on individually on eBay, with the exception of maybe these two and maybe that Arsenal foil, these are the worst ones, aren't they? I think really if that was me and I was selling these, I wouldn't have even included them because they're quite poor. Maybe the Arsenal badge I would have and just put a disclaimer next to it saying it's marked. Those two you can throw away. But yeah, I think for all of these ones here, these kind of foils, some of the key players, Ian Rush, I think you could happily expect to maybe make £5 each on some of these foils. So I think some of these are probably 3 to 4 each, or 3 to 5 each maybe. You said 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 80. Again, that one's a bit rough on it, a couple of quid. I think just in the foils and the key players alone, probably got my money back. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Bargain or rip-off? You tell me. See you next time.